Thrilled this morning, Dr. Ian Smith is with us. He is telling us about his MetFlex diet, which at a glance,
I'm liking it.
yeah, it looks very reasonable.
Well, it's a very simple program. It's built for people who want to lose weight, but who've been struggling with their metabolism. The reason why it's called metabolic flexibility is because some people don't understand that you got to burn both carbs and fats. Unfortunately, some of us can only burn carbs well and not fats. Some can burn fats well and not carbs. That's inflexibility. You want to be able to burn both. In order to burn both, you have to be able to eat it and be able to see it efficiently. Now, one thing that's interesting is people always say to me, Dr. Ian, I'm eating well, I'm exercising well, the numbers are not moving. Why is that? And that's when I was doing some research and discovered this term, metabolic flexibility. A lot of people are inflexible and don't know it, which is why the number on the scale is not moving.
Okay.
So talk about some of the things you have here. I mean, I'm seeing pancakes, bacon, fries, pasta,
Yeah.
my favorite.
All the stuff we like.
All the things you like. Well, first of all, it's a 6-week program. And it's built with all kinds of foods, with all kinds of options. Every day you can choose what you'd like. But I wanted to show some basic things because what good is a program if you don't enjoy the food, or if the food is too expensive, or if it's not simple enough? And so there are recipes in the back of the book. But these are foods you can find anywhere, on vacation, at home, at a friend's house. And the idea, though, is not always what you eat, but when you eat it. So 6 weeks, first 2 weeks, heavy in carbs and protein. Last 4 weeks, we are cycling in and out of keto. Everyone's heard of keto before.
Yeah.
But the idea behind that is not long-term keto. I don't believe in long-term keto. But short-term keto actually helps your metabolic flexibility. So it's carbs, fats, carbs, fats. And it's that oscillation back and forth that really gets your metabolism kind of peaked to burn both.
So, for lack of a better term, you have to sort of wake the body up to metabolizing various things.
People who say, I don't eat carbs, that is absolutely wrong. Carbs are a macronutrient, which means your body needs them in macro or large supply. And so, but you want to have the right carbs and the right timing. And so in this program, we do some carbs. We do some intermittent fasting, by the way, which is great, helps to burn the fat. So we do 4 weeks of IF, we call it intermittent fasting. But we also do some exercise. And so in the book, I love exercise. I love gyms. You don't have to belong to a gym, however. In the book has illustrations of all kinds of exercises you can do right at home. We could do it right here if we wanted to, if we had more time. But really, it's a program to make people understand it's about lifestyle change, not just short term, but long term.
Talk a little bit about intermittent fasting and what that means.
So when you do intermittent fasting, basically your body is fasting, and so no longer do you have food energy on board, but your body still needs energy. Where is it going to get the energy from? It gets it from your fat. And that's why IF is so good, because when you're during your fasting period, your body goes into your fat, you break the fat down and use that for energy instead of food. And so that's why we have a Facebook group, which is the name of the book, MetFlex Diet, and I encourage people to join us for sure. In the Facebook group, people have lost up to 20 pounds in 6 weeks, 8 to 10 inches on average, because they are going in and burning their fat, and they're using it. I'm in the group all the time helping people. Here's some before and afters. This is Janice Way, who lost 19 pounds. And these are regular people. They don't have trainers or anything. They just followed the 6-week plan. This is Jill Cox Cordova. She lost 17 pounds and 11 inches. And the last one is Lisa Davenport, who lost 19 pounds. But what I encourage people to do is when you're trying to change, lose weight and change your lifestyle, support is always helpful, right? You can always have a book, but you need support. And so in our MetFlex Diet Facebook group, I'm in there. I do free Zoom coach sessions, answering questions, just getting people motivated, exchanging recipes. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That buddy thing, that is a real thing, whether you're talking about dieting or working out or both.
Science and research has shown that people who lose the most weight and keep it off the longest are those who have some kind of support system, which is why I also wrote a workbook, a companion workbook. I've never done this before, but people in the Facebook group said to me, Dr. Ian, give us something to keep us on the plan journaling wise. And so this is a workbook that will help you gain greater insight into what's working, what's not working, stay engaged. People who use the workbook on top of the diet lost 25% more weight and stayed on the plan easier.
I couldn't help but notice that the workbook is right next to 2 bottles of wine. One white and one red. Yeah. So we can drink on the MetFlex diet.
Yes, this is one. I'm glad you mentioned that. This is one program finally where I say alcohol is allowed on certain days. Now, we're not going to fall off the bar stool, right?
Okay.
But you are allowed to have alcohol, wine, mixed drinks, or beer, but everything in moderation. And
I'm in. Give it to me.
It's really about doing it together and doing it so that you actually make the lifestyle change.
Amber, as we like to say on Lifestyle Live, we'll drink to that.